Hello to my Virgos. All right, Virgos, this reading is for the let's get you ready for this week. This video is for the 18/19th through the 25th through the 26th of May. Yep, around that time. Yeah, so we're in the last quarter moon phase of this cycle. So let's see what's in your cards. Let's see what's in your cards, Virgos. Let's go. All right. So hopefully by now you planted some new seeds that you want to grow. So you're not mixing the old seeds with the new seeds that you want to grow. So I am my only competition. There you go. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see if we can get an angel number out here. So hopefully whatever new cycle, new seeds that you planted for yourself, you're not mixing anything old. You're not carrying anyone else's emotions on your back. That would have been, meaning that you close out a cycle, other people's cycle. Like you're not carrying other people's baggage on your back. You're not carrying other people's karma on your back. So if they're in some kind of karmic cycle, you're not carrying there. So you're seeing the bigger picture. 662. Yeah. So see this number 6? It looks like a rounded back with a bulging belly. So that means you could be carrying other people's karma, their weight, meaning that you could be doubling yours, like whatever your growth, double your growth by releasing other people. So to other energy. So seeing the bigger picture. Make choices that reflect the main goal. So your angels ask that instead of focusing on little things that can distract you and create negativity, you shift your focus to the big picture today. Your angels remind you that when you keep that image in your mind, each choice you make will be in favor of what you ultimately want. So reflect upon your main goal now, write it on a piece of paper, and put the paper somewhere you will see it constantly, such as beside the bed, the bathroom mirror. So somebody could also have 2 kids or 2 grandkids, you know, that their peace will be affected. Number 2 is a number for peace, right? So that can mean that their peace will be affected. So you can have kids or grandkids or 2 people's peace will be affected by something. So, because you could be carrying 2 other people's peace. The color purple also is significant. That's a royal color. So let's get into it. Let's get into something. So yeah. All right. So you are your only competition. Let's get into it, right? So somebody else could see somebody else's competition. 2 people could see someone else's competition where they feel like somebody is disrupting their peace. And somehow somebody could loop you into something. You and somebody else into something, because somebody else could see somebody else's competition. So have you chained to something? That would be number 8. Like keep you somehow connected to them in some way, shape, or fashion. So let's see. Let's get into it. So Source is saying it's time for you to protect something that you're trying to create. You're trying to create something. So this is the beginning of something. So this is Ace of Cups here. Ace of Cups. Trying to protect something that you're creating. Seeing something from a higher frequency. So could be a religious organization. So they may have done something behind somebody's back. Remember, we're talking about the planet Venus. So Taurus and Libra are both ruled by Venus, the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, and aesthetics, which is everywhere, right? So it's everywhere. It's in art, music, plant, the trees. I mean, all over Earth, right? But the dark side of Venus, and I read cards and duality, is that it can be vain, vengeful, green with envy. And so Source is saying some kind of competition. Nobody is anybody's competition. Nobody. So Source wants somebody to see something from a higher frequency. That something could have been created. But somebody may not be seeing something from a higher frequency. It's like basically saying that someone else's religious organization is better than someone else's. And so we got to knock out the competition. So we're going to create something. And somebody's not seeing the big picture here. Y'all know when you see stuff online, we got to create something around a mother, somebody's mother. We got to create something. So we got to do something behind somebody's back. So something about high priestess. We got to create some kind of competition between high priests. We got to make somebody look good, like a light horse and a dark horse, right? We got to make somebody look like they light and somebody look like they dark. So, like some kind of an initiation here. So, this dark right here and this light, do some kind of an initiation of something. So we got to create some kind of an initiation here by man instead of initiation by God. So we got to make something look like it's light, something look like it's dark. So that's what this is here. So the source is saying see a bigger picture here. All right. So Ace of Cups here. And something has to be done fast. So something has to be done quickly. So stay focused. So Eight of Wands is also something about like by plane, like flying somewhere, like creating something. Yeah. So through meditation, prayer and meditation. So to end something, through prayer and meditation, creating something, like really focusing on creating some kind of confusion, like looping into some kind of confusion, right? So dark magician energy, right? So here's a strength card. Here's a strength card here. So somebody is definitely into some kind of so somebody is meek as a lamb. So meek as a lamb, like to put somebody into some kind of a situation. So here's a strength card here. I feel like deja vu is playing some kind of role in something, right? To put someone kind of sort of on center stage here. To make someone feel worthless. Something to put someone like in a spotlight to try to make someone feel worthless. So something that will put someone out. So bring someone out in a spotlight. Put someone out in front and center. Something legal. To have someone put out. To have someone put out fast. Like have someone quickly put out fast. Something ruthless. To have someone put out fast, quickly. So somebody's obsessed. Somebody is really, really upset. Somebody putting a lot of energy into someone's lease. To have someone put out fast. This is an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. Working with a church or a religious organization, and there's two people that's doing things behind people's back to create something to have someone put out really, really fast. And so they do, so it looks like I said, this is an organization, like I said, that's doing something to someone's mother. And it's like they're doing something to people's, to like see somebody is like they're meek as a lamb and they prey on these energies. So a lion doesn't have to run fast. They just kind of lie in wait for their prey and they pounce on something. It's like somebody just creating a bunch of confusion and just wait and pray and pounce on something. So yeah. Yeah. So something is very close, something is very near, something is very close. This is right here. When you're very close to this next phase of life, this new phase of life. So we're at the end of a cycle, just so we're crystal clear. When you're very, very close to something. These two karmics here, someone has already succumbed to passive and powerless behavior. Someone is egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. And somebody's saying, okay, you need to do something fast. You need to focus, 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 focus. Focus on creating something, right? Focus on creating something because we need somebody out. We need somebody out. We need familiar spirits or whatever around something. So we need to create something, right? And so somebody needs to get clear, right? Clear, like remember something. Like remember, get clear, get clear. This is like Ace of... And somebody could be asking, what is the reason? What is the motive? Like, what's the reason for all of this? What is the motive? So I feel like somebody could be asking about you. You and somebody could be kind of asking, like, what is the reason? What's the motive? What is the motive? What is the reason for all of this? And somebody keeps lying to you about something. Here's the six of... Like, somebody keeps lying to you about somebody behind their backs. Like, somebody keeps assassinating somebody's character behind your back because somebody's not giving you the full picture. Somebody's not giving you a big picture of something behind someone's back. They just, here's some money. Here's money. Like, here. Here's something of value to you. They just keep, like, somebody just keeps telling you, we got something of value. This is the Ace of Pentacles here. We're going to give you something of value. So you keep getting this message of this new lease on life. And it's something of value to you, but it's something is very confusing. Something is very, very confusing for somebody. That is this competition that's going on, but you don't even really know what the competition is. Because something is a lie. Because something is just one big lie. The term energies against each other, because when you think about it, Venus is a feminine planet. And feminine energy can be chaotic and confusing because there's no structure. Without any structure, it's not in a container. So this is something that's intentional to create chaos and confusion, to bring the dark side of two, which is no peace. So there's a to keep something in the loop, to phase something out. Phase something out, to phase out divine feminine energy, to bring toxic feminine energy to the forefront. Yeah. To keep depression going, to keep arrogance at play, to keep, this faithlessness, insecurities going, to keep, something else at the forefront of importance, like this, yeah. So it seems like it's a win-win for whoever created this mess. Whoever created this mess is a win-win for whoever created the mess. The source is trying to help somebody to look at something from a higher frequency, to balance yourself out. Like whoever you are, like the other side of yourself, like to balance some things out within yourself. So this is the source is trying to help somebody learn how to do. Learn how to balance something out within yourself. Whoever you are. Healthy work-life balance. And then to align yourself with other people who work, to balance themselves out. So that's what Source is trying to tell you, to stay focused. Source is trying to say, know your worth and know your value. So that Source can give you a whole new lease on life. That's what Source is trying to tell somebody. Yep. That's what Source is trying to tell somebody. Yeah, it's like almost like Source does not want somebody to tap into their light high priestess. Somebody wants, it's like Source wants somebody to always have this, be in this delusional state of mind. Like, it's like almost Source does not want somebody to dream bigger. Like I always want somebody to be in this dark. It's like it always has to be a light to a darkness. Like somebody always has to be the opposing side to something. If y'all know what I'm saying, it's almost like somebody does not want you to be in a relationship, like a whole, like somebody doesn't want you to be whole and complete. I don't know who I'm talking to, but it's like whoever created some kind of a competition almost wants somebody to not be whole and complete. Like it only has to be, like somebody is playing your God. They want you to operate from edging God out place. But it has to be somebody who has to be made to feel worthless in a situation. Ultimately, always has to feel worthless. And so when you think about that, think about your inner child. Think about your kids. Think about how it would feel if your kids felt like that. If you taught your kids to make other kids feel like that. That your kids have to be ruthless towards other kids. Everybody has an inner child, or that your grandkids had to be ruthless towards other people's grandkids. Here's a 9 of Cups, just so that they can have their wishes fulfilled. This is what these energies are creating in somebody, is that there can only be one star in the sky. Whoever this is what this energy is like creating in people, as parents, as grandparents, as just in general on the job. There can only be one star in the sky, so eliminate the competition when there is no competition. Yeah, so this is what somebody is creating, like take out the competition, like, and I'm talking about take them out, stomp out the flame, like completely annihilate the competition. Even if it means, ruining somebody's kids, their mental health. It's like somebody is literally being programmed to do this. So, like somebody just savage, like an animal, literally like an animal. So this is somebody's under some other spell. Somebody is under a spell. So this is somebody being created to be this way. They're around a group of people, and somebody's being trained like this from a young child. They're being trained like this. If they want a new lease on life, this is how they're being trained. So this is somebody's child or grandchild being trained like this. And so Source is saying somebody needs to see the big picture, that somebody can easily go from being meek as a lamb to stay in survival mode with just constant 8 hours a day, constantly being trained like this. And people are wondering, how in the world can somebody come out into the world and then be deprogrammed like this? How did somebody, who in the world are they around? Here's the Queen of Wands here. Yeah, Queen of Wands here. So behind somebody's back, this is what's happening. This is what's happening right here. Ace of Wands. So yeah, that's how, when I look at this, the bigger picture that somebody is not seeing here is how somebody is being turned on you. This is the bigger picture. Somebody is being turned on you intentionally. This is somebody's kids or grandkids. Because this is what somebody's going to understand. It's like, whether you're a man or a woman, Virgo, it doesn't matter. It's basically like somebody is trying to wipe out the divine feminine energy. So any compassion you show towards, like any softness, divine feminine energy, like any water, anything that you want to grow that shows compassion towards another human being. This is a big picture here. Any compassion you show towards somebody who wants to get to their north node, show any kind of capacity towards their 11th house. That's beyond north node, right? Towards friendships, community, their goals, hopes, humanitarianism, the future, awareness, wishes, technology. This energy, these energies are like, let's get rid of that. Like, let's create robots. That's what this is. And somebody's not seeing the big picture here. So Source is saying, make choices that reflect the main goal. 11th house is the goal. The 11th house is the goal. Get off the fence. Get off the fence. Because right now Pluto is in Aquarius until 2043. So the energies are trying real hard to stop all of that. That's what people keep missing. Is we already had it with like the people being replaced with technology, and people were losing jobs, and it's still happening. Where people are like, oh my God, I wasn't thinking about it that way. So many people lost jobs, and they lost this and that, and it's happening right now. It's happening with people being trained and people turning on people. People are not seeing it, but you're going to see it when it hits your money. That's when you're going to see it, when it hits your money. When it hits your family and when it hits your money. That's when people are going to snap out of a trance. Oh my God, I couldn't see it at first. So let me make it crystal clear and plain to you. When it hits your money and when it hits your family, when it hits your household, when it hits the physical aspect of life, that's when it's going to hit you as an earth sign. That's when it's going to affect you. So see it right now. That's what's being created. Open your eyes. All this competition, all of this, you need to know you were set apart. That's what might need to tap in. Deprogram yourself from this way of thinking. It's still trying to help somebody to learn how to see. That's the source. You're trying to help somebody learn how to see. Something is being created right now to have no emotion. No emotion towards humanity at all. Just do something quick. Have no emotion behind it. Be ruthless, and then go sit down somewhere. Like you programmed. So it's happening right now with somebody's kids and grandkids. Like the inner child doesn't exist. So Source is saying somebody's need to wake up and see this. So yeah. So when you say you're your only competition, somebody's being programmed to say wipe out the competition. So it's like, no, you're created in Source's image, your image and likeness. But Source is saying there's nobody that can duplicate you anyway, even if they wanted to, because you're created in Source's image. Just like you're teaching the younger generation that they were created in the Creator's image. So that's what this is. So you can't be replaced on your job, and people are starting to see that. So as soon as these self-checkout lines break down, who do they go? They got to go call a human being to fix it. I mean, that's what I see for you in your reading. So somebody is waking up. Somebody is waking up. Somebody is waking up. So extraordinary. There's a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. That deserves to be honored. Yeah, so the ones that are figuring it out are the ones that people want to be quiet. So here we have spend the time with animals. Somebody needs to get outside. Might need to get outside and get some fresh air and wake up. So you can be deprogrammed. So that's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. Okay, bye.